In the 20th century, the country that controlled oil controlled the world. In the 21st century, the country that controls artificial intelligence may control the global economy. But here's the real question. Is the United States still leading the AI race? Is China catching up faster than we think? And could another country quietly overtake both? Because this is not just a technology competition. It is a competition for economic dominance, military advantage, infrastructure control, and long-term global influence. Let's break this down carefully. Artificial intelligence is no longer a niche research field. It is now directly tied to economic productivity, military systems, semiconductor supply chains, cloud infrastructure, energy demand, financial markets. Over the last few years, discussions across global business media, investor platforms, and technology conferences have shifted dramatically. AI is no longer a tool, it is infrastructure, and the countries that build, control, and scale AI infrastructure will shape the next global order. But to understand who is winning, we must first understand what winning actually means. Winning the AI race is not about launching the best chatbot. It depends on 5 structural pillars: semiconductor, controlled, compute infrastructure, data scale, talent, concentration, capital investment. Let's analyze each one. 1. Semiconductor control. Modern AI models depend on advanced chips. These chips require cutting-edge fabrication, massive capital expenditure, stable supply chains. The United States designs many of the world's most advanced AI chips. However, manufacturing capacity is heavily dependent on Taiwan and South Korea. China is investing aggressively in domestic semiconductor capabilities, but still faces export restrictions and technological bottlenecks in extreme ultraviolet lithography. So structurally, the US currently leads in chip design. China is trying to reduce dependency. But supply chain geopolitics remain a vulnerability. 2. Compute infrastructure training. Advanced AI systems requires massive computing clusters. The United States hosts many of the largest cloud providers and AI data centers. These platforms are deeply integrated into global enterprise systems. China, however, has built large-scale state-backed AI computing hubs and is rapidly scaling its domestic cloud infrastructure. The difference? The US ecosystem is market-driven and globally integrated. China's system is centralized and state-aligned. Each model has strengths and weaknesses. Market systems drive innovation. Centralized systems drive strategic coordination. 3. Data scale. AI systems learn from data. China has scale advantage in population, digital payment ecosystems, integrated super app platforms. The United States, however, leads in global internet platforms, research datasets, and enterprise-level structured data. The difference lies not just in quantity, but in quality and openness. Data governance policies will shape future development. 4. Talent concentration elite. AI researchers are globally distributed. Historically, the United States attracted top global talent due to university systems, research funding, startup ecosystem, venture capital. China has increased domestic talent development significantly and is investing heavily in STEM education. However, mobility restrictions, regulatory differences, and geopolitical tensions affect global talent flow. Talent remains one of the most decisive variables in long-term dominance. 5. Capital investment. Venture capital funding into AI startups has been heavily concentrated in the United States. Large technology companies continue investing billions into AI research, infrastructure, and acquisitions. China has state-backed capital flows aligned with strategic technology initiatives. But global investor confidence and cross-border capital mobility still favor US-based ecosystems. Capital velocity matters, and speed currently favors the US model. Now let's zoom out. The AI race is not purely USA versus China. It includes Europe, India, Middle Eastern sovereign wealth funds, Japan, and South Korea, emerging Southeast Asian ecosystems. Europe focuses on regulation and ethical frameworks. India is emerging as a large-scale AI talent pool and digital services hub. The Middle East is investing heavily in compute infrastructure using sovereign capital. So the race is multi-layered. There is infrastructure dominance, model innovation, dominance, application layer dominance. Different countries may dominate different layers. If the United States maintains leadership in advanced chip design and foundational AI models, it will continue capturing disproportionate global value. This means higher productivity growth, capital market dominance, stronger corporate margins, dollar influence stability. If China achieves semiconductor independence and scales AI across manufacturing and defense sectors, it could narrow the productivity gap significantly. This could shift trade balances and industrial competitiveness. AI is not just about software, it is about industrial modernization. Artificial intelligence is increasingly linked to national security. Autonomous systems, cybersecurity, predictive analytics, military logistics. Governments recognize AI as strategic infrastructure. This is why semiconductor export controls exist. This is why supply chains are being restructured. The AI race may define the next decade of geopolitical alignment. Alliances may increasingly form around technology standards and compute access. As AI accelerates, domestic inequalities within countries may expand. Regions with strong AI ecosystems will grow faster. Others may lag. Education systems must adapt. Workforces must retrain. AI leadership is not only external competition, it is internal adaptation. The country that integrates AI across education, healthcare, industry, and governance will have long-term advantage. Let's model 3 scenarios. Scenario 1, United States maintains. Lead US companies continue dominating foundational AI models. Chip innovation remains ahead. Cloud infrastructure expands globally. Capital markets reinforce leadership. In this scenario, the US remains primary AI power. Scenario 2, China closes infrastructure gap. China achieves partial semiconductor independence, scales AI across state-driven industrial systems, creates domestic AI champions, reduces external dependency. This leads to a more balanced bipolar AI world. Scenario 3, multipolar AI world. Different countries dominate different layers. US to foundational models, China to manufacturing, AI India to services, AI Middle East to compute infrastructure. AI power becomes distributed rather than central. Winning depends on definition. If winning means foundational model leadership, capital concentration, innovation, velocity, the United States currently holds structural advantage. If winning means strategic industrial coordination, rapid domestic scaling, policy alignment, China holds strong long-term potential. But here is the deeper insight. AI dominance may not be singular, it may be layered. Different countries may dominate different segments.